Hi, welcome. I am here to talk about In Bibi's Kitchen. This is by Hawa Hassan with Julia Turshen. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's pretty amazing. This is recipes and stories from grandmothers from 8 African countries that touch the Indian Ocean. I've been wanting to get this for a while. My library doesn't have this book, so I finally had enough money to go purchase it. I'm very excited. Let's take a look. The photography is beautiful. I've never had African cuisine. Maybe not never. I've had Ethiopian food like one time, and I'm really excited to see what else there is because I know there's such a plethora of food, and I'm just excited to actually check it out. So we have Eritrea, there's Mozambique, Somalia, South Africa, Kenya, Madagascar, Tanzania, and Comoros. I've not heard of Comoros before, so clearly I need an education. I'm excited. I love the different illustrations, the photography. I love learning about different cultures. This is going to be a great cookbook for sure. I love showcasing each person. This is Julia Turshen. So let's look through. We get a bit of a rundown of what kind of equipment you might need for some of these foods, what kind of basic foods you'll find. So let's go to Eritrea first. Gorgeous photography. I love that you get a bit of a glimpse into the food culture. So here we learn about our first grandmother. There's different questionnaires, which is cool. Here she is. More grandmothers. So let's look at some recipes. We have, and I apologize, I'm not going to try to pronounce a lot of these. These are mashed limas or lima beans with onions, tomatoes, and chilies. Yum. Here we have a dish, you can barely see it. It looks a little more involved. Stewed injera with meat, tomatoes, and onions. Here we get a Bibi spice mix, which is great. Why buy it pre-made when you could probably make it yourself? Here we have a stewed chicken leg with Bibi and eggs. Ah, it looks so good. My mouth is watering already. Here we've got, it's hard to get we even have coffee beans. So this is Eritrean coffee. How they prepare coffee. They use ginger for their coffee. I'm sure it's really tasty, and sugar. Here we have Somalia. What you'll notice as well is that in the corners here, you'll get a list of kind of the recipes that we will go through in this cookbook and the page numbers if you're trying to just go straight to the recipes. That's very helpful, but I encourage you to read all of these gorgeous stories as well. But let's check out some of the recipes. That's why you're here. We have sourdough pancakes. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. We also have a beef sucker. So I know a lot of us might not have some of these ingredients readily available. So far I've seen most of these ingredients are available, but there are things like, I've never heard sugo sakar pasta sauce with beef. Let's see if there's anything in here that most of us probably... No, actually, a lot of us should be able to get it. I know a lot of the ingredients. There might be some herbs that maybe you can find on Amazon. Most of these recipes are fairly approachable for, I would say, all of us, all across the country. It doesn't matter if you're city or rural. These are really cool, interesting ingredients put together in just a different way. So this is really awesome. And they also give us these spice mixes. So if there's like a spice mix in here that's you've never had it before, they actually help you make it yourself, so you'll always have it on hand. So let's move on. We've got here, I know we've got another country up here. Oh goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, Kenya, here we go. So we have here, I love the glimpses into everybody's life. It's so cool. I love learning about this. Tomato and onion salad. Looks like there's even some avocados in here. We have, oh no, those are just cucumbers. Very thick. Here's greens with tomatoes. black-eyed peas and tomatoes in peanut sauce. This would be interesting. Fresh carrot drink, super easy to make. Lemon juice, carrots, sugar, water. There's also semolina cake in here. Here's some recipes from Tanzania. We've got fried plantains, which are one of my favorite things. I love fried plantains. Here we have a Jimmy bread with carrots and green pepper. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, there's a fresh mango juice recipe here. We also have this is a stewed crack wheat and chicken, which I don't think I can have, but this looks really interesting. The flavors that they use, the ingredients and herbs and spices, very different, very defined, super cool. Here we have crispy coconut dumplings in cardamom syrup. Wow, that looks awesome. Let's go further. Here's some dishes from South Africa. We have a spicy vegetable relish. This is something that would be great for fall. I don't know about you, but I'm growing a bunch of stuff this year, and I'm excited because I could actually probably grow all of these things and utilize this recipe. Here we have a sweet and sour braised lamb with tamarind, and it doesn't look like it's that hard to make. I think I might make this as soon as I can. Maybe I'll show it to you guys on our other platforms. This will be really cool. We also have here in Madagascar recipes from there. Here we've got a yeasted rice and coconut pancake. That sounds really good. And then here, these pages are a little stuck together. Chicken thighs with garlic, ginger, and coconut oil. Super simple, super easy. Very awesome. And then here's the place that I've never heard of. It's called Comoros. This, and I'm already seeing something that sounds interesting. Grilled lobster tails with vanilla sauce. I'm going to look. I've got to find it. Here it is. Wow. And it's super easy. It's got shallots, lobster tail, heavy cream, and a vanilla bean. Wow. Salted butter. I'm going to have to try this. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'll let you guys know. Here we have a salt cod with tomatoes and onions. This looks really good. Super easy. Curried pigeon peas. Again, that would be great for fall. A nice, basically like a vegetable soup. So this is a really awesome cookbook. I love it. I have not experimented with African cuisine. Like I said, I've never cooked it for sure. So I'm looking forward to actually cooking it. And honestly, the recipes are very straightforward, super easy. There's not a lot of ingredients. They really just kind of, it's like amplifying what ingredients you already have and the flavors without, I think a lot of us are I know I'm guilty of trying to bury everything with spices and whatnot. This is very authentic and beautiful, and I can't wait to read about the stories. So check this out if you're into that kind of thing, learning about different cultures, and also cooking alongside. It's an awesome opportunity. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. For more of our stuff, including me cooking some of these dishes, because I'm going to, you can find reels, videos on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and on our website, so come check us out there. Make sure to subscribe, to like, and comment before you leave. Is there a cookbook you want us to go over? Because we will. Thank you guys so much. We will talk to you later.